taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
Hello, everybody, and happy hump day to you. It is a Wednesday, May the 10th, 2023. Welcome to Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and we are going to be joined here in a little bit to continue our joy and gratitude conversation with the queen of gratitude herself, Sharon Saraga Walters. She's going to be here shortly. But I need to know today, if you're joining us live, first of all, say hello. Let us know where you're joining from and what is bringing you joy today, as well as tell us one thing that you're grateful for. And it can be the both same thing, as we've been talking about on the show. I am tired this morning. I'm very tired this morning because you all know there have been a lot of things going on lately that have been happening later at night, and I am a morning person. So when I get riled up at night, then in the morning I'm like, oh. So I'm trying to get the vibe. So when Sharon came on behind the scenes this morning to come on backstage of the show, I had the music blasting. That's how I get in my vibe. Like, I'm bouncing in my chair. My husband's trying to kiss me goodbye to work, and I'm still over here bouncing away, and so just in a good vibe. And what happened was last night, so you guys know that I came on the show on Monday and talked about how we had gone to the Vanessa Williams concert at Mohegan Sun Casino the night before. And I was talking about how fabulous she looked and how great of a nostalgic moment and throwback it was. And how everybody wanted to know where she got her dress. We don't know where we're going to wear a dress like that, but we need this dress, right? So I did the video clip and I posted it as an Instagram reel, which we've been doing a lot of here on the Breakthrough Show Network. If you're not following us, go look for the Breakthrough Show on network, the Breakthrough Show Network on Instagram. But so I had posted that clip, and last night I'm trying to go to bed. It's almost 10 o'clock as it is, and I get this message because, when someone shares your content, it sends you a private message. And so it's like Vanessa Williams official sent you a private message, and I'm like, what is happening here? And so I went to go look at it, and she shared that clip. She answered the question where she got her dress from, but she shared our clip, and it was so much fun. And I was like, oh my gosh, stop it. Because I had posted all of these clips around social media. I had tagged her, like clips of the actual concert, but she shared the clip from the Breakthrough Show Network, you guys, from Project Joy Live. And so I was like, stop it right now. That was so much fun. And then another video I had done is doing really, really well on TikTok. And I had put the vibe out there. I'm like, this needs to go viral because it's such a good and important message when we're trying to stay in that high vibe space and people are coming with the negativity, and you can still choose to cheer them on, and you don't have to cut them out of your life, but stay on that high vibe bus, right, moving forward, and choose to have those boundaries. So I was so excited. I was kind of freaking out that I couldn't get to sleep, that I'm like tossing and turning, and I'm afraid I may have brought Brittany right into it with me. I'm like, I'm texting her. I'm like, oh my God, listen to me. And so my apologies if your house was also filled with that energy late at night too. Brittany is joining us this morning. Happy hump day. Divine DNA is here this morning. Yes, I am here for this, Brittany. What's bringing me joy and gratitude this morning is its amazing energy the last couple of days. But you see how that is too, like energies are come together. Like, even if one of us might be struggling and having a good time, if you are having a tough time, if you stay in that space, you can be there together, and it's fun. And then you're partying together at 10 o'clock at night through the text messages. Yes, so exciting. I don't think I went to, I'm sorry, I don't think I went to bed until after midnight. Susan's joining us this morning from New Mexico. My horses bring me joy. I'm grateful for my husband who helps me with them. We have a big project for them today. Awesome. And I hope your one horse is doing so much better today. I know that it's been a challenge. But I hope that it's on the upswing, the relationship with that particular horse. Also, in fun fact news yesterday, for those of you on my personal Facebook page, you probably saw this, but I am rocking my new glasses, and they are fancy glasses because they are bifocals. And so I made a post talking about how I've got you can't see it yeah. So I'm getting gray, right? And I'm here for it. Like, it doesn't look like, it looks good to me, and don't care what anybody else thinks about it. But I was joking. I was like, I got my Pepsid next to my bed, and I've got the grays, and I've got the bifocals now. So even if like things don't look like how you expect them to look, or you even want them to look, you can embrace it, and it's okay. But I'm happy because I can see. I can see the blurriness. It has gone away now. It is a little bit of a ironic transition to go from the up here to when I look down to see up close. And my friend Mary, shout out to In Focus Eye Care in Groton, Connecticut. My friend Mary that I went to high school with, like we went to prom together, like we were super close in high school. She is the optician there, and she had me practicing when I went to go pick them up. She's like, now pretend you're going down the stairs. What are you going to do? So she's like, and then are you sure you're okay to drive home? So shout out to In Focus Eye Care, Dr. Lamoureux, and also Mary Collins. If you're in and around Groton, Connecticut, southeastern Connecticut area, highly recommend that you go there. They were fantastic, and they got all these cute styles now, which makes me very happy to, because if you're going to embrace it, you got to look cute. You got to look cute while you're doing it. Let's get Sharon on the show this morning, because I want to dive into this joy and gratitude topic a little bit further. Please let us know any questions that you might have about joy and or gratitude. And also, I would love for you each to share an experience that you've had over the last couple of days that brings in that energy of joy and gratitude. Just like I did, I want you to share an experience down in the comments. Okay. So with that, take a look at what's coming up in October, and let's welcome Sharon onto the show. Good morning and welcome back to the show, Sharon.
Well, good morning. I had to show off my glasses. These
Yes.
are, these are mine. I love yours, but hey, I want to be part of this too.
Yes, yes. I need listen, I need those to be in a bifocal. That's what I need to happen, Sharon. Because these are the transitions. They get dark because I'm still blind whether I go out in the sun or not. So
They look great on you. Hey, so I have a few questions. So
yes.
just so I was listening to you. So Vanessa Williams, where did she get her dress from?
She tagged the designer in the I wish she would have said something simple like she got it from Target or something like that because that would have been nice. It's from a designer called Jenny Packham.
Okay.
Jenny Packham, that's who she tagged. And so I'm gonna go check her out now because when we have our big Breakthrough Show Network gala, which
Uh-huh.
will be happening in the future, I can see it. I need a dress like that.
Awesome. I love it. That's so awesome. The
Yeah.
news that you had today.
It's been a fun time the last 12 hours or so. I'm exhausted, but a fun time. So what are you joyful about today, Sharon, and what are you grateful for today?
Okay. Because I never know what I'm going to say. My so what I have joy about is it's a combo of joy gratitude because I have so much joy and thank you for opening me up and giving me space in my heart for
Mm,
joy. I never
mm,
I never had that. I thought about that when I was in the shower today. That
yeah.
really thank you for that because you have now brought it into my space really of seeing joy and I've given it a space in my heart where it never was there. So thank
Mm.
you.
You're welcome, and I love that because like I we talked a little bit about on Monday. There's one sort of train of thought that's like the joy is outside of us. It's an experience. It's a thing that happens. But when we do make the effort to make that space for joy and just being it and just
Mhm.
living it, no, like it's such a yummy place to be. And I will be really honest and tell you, because we were talking a little bit about this before the show, like there are things that happen in my life that are straight up not joyful,
Mhm.
that are really challenging. But because I've even noticed the last couple of weeks with me, it's really been a further effort on my part to make that space for joy, that now you can see more joy happening. And now it has brought me close to that gratitude, that living the gratitude, not just waiting for something to happen and then being grateful for it, but
Mhm.
living the gratitude has been a big. But we're gonna dive further into that on Friday, I think, too. So
Sure.
yeah.
Well, and to me, the thing is that, when we set on anything, when we set attention and intentions on anything,
Mm,
watch what
mm,
happens, and I think
right.
that's what we've been doing here.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely. So, I want to say, Susan said, my husband and I went up the mountains to explore a new trail. It was a perfect day, so peaceful, bringing us both such joy. I'm grateful that we live in this diverse and beautiful area. So, see what Susan did there? She combined the like, it brought us a lot of joy, and I'm grateful for, like, it's the combination. It's the combination. I love that.
Even
And
snooze it, these two words
yes, yes.
for
And I
now.
and yeah. And I think too, like, how how can you, like, do you ever recognize when things are really challenging for you, Sharon, and and you in maybe a situation where you might struggle to be grateful, like, okay, you just lost your job, but you're most human beings aren't going to go, well, I'm really grateful for that, right? But how do you sort of get to that gratitude space, and do you find that you're capable of being, like, really ticked off, but also be grateful at the same time?
So I have what I've learned, and it's taken practice. I feel all the feelings. I
Mm,
really do, I'll journal about it. But no, I have to feel the feelings of it all, and then after I get it all out, and it could take a day, it could take weeks, but
mm,
after that, then I just make sure that I go back to it and say, how grateful I am and find the gratitudes in my doing that and what I can find in that space, not in the space before. I can't find it in that space when I'm feeling feelings of
Mm,
all different kinds of emotions. Yeah. I have to go through the process.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think sometimes there is that process there. And I've been intentionally trying to allow myself to be multifaceted in those moments,
Mhm.
to allow myself to be sad and angry, but also grateful and also find the joy, and recognize that I am the joy in all of
Mhm.
that. And it's a for me, it's been like a muscle to work.
Mhm.
It's not easy to
Absolutely.
to go, well, I'm really grateful that my house just burned to the ground. I mean, I don't know about you. Oh, it's funny. So what are some of the stories that you've been experiencing that have brought you into that space lately?
Well, I'll share one. I'll share one that happened yesterday. So,
Mm,
and in sharing this, I'm going to tell you my first reaction, and thanks to you, was joy. I mean, and
mm,
that's never come to me. And so, okay, so we have had. We're from Florida. We moved here to Colorado, and we have this crabapple tree, right? Huge
mm,
crabapple tree in the front of our condo. And the first year, it was really pretty. Well, the first 3 years, I would say, it was really pretty. It had nice leaves and flowers, and the crab apples fall. We had to clean up. It was a 4 or 5 month process of doing
mm,
this. And so this is year 4. I said, okay, I've given all the gratitude. I've tried to love on it. I'm done. So a neighbor of mine came over yesterday and took so many, I mean, half the branches off our tree. So we do not have any more crab apples to handle this summer. So I have so much joy and gratitude for that happening to me for me yesterday. I can't tell you. It was like I won the lottery.
mm. And it's funny, isn't it funny? We might not have had that experience before and been like, I'm really joyful about this. Like, it might not have been like joy might not have been that first thing that we thought of
Mhm.
in that situation, because I know some things. I can think about sometimes when I'm really annoyed about something, and that annoyance comes to an end. But in the end of it, I'm going, "Gosh, that really annoyed me. I'm so glad it's over, but gosh, it really annoyed me." And now we're still, even though it's over, we're still in the annoying vibe instead of going, "Wow, this is amazing." You know, so that's interesting. So,
But so
what
let me
else?
share, but let me share about that. So
Yeah.
so the thing is that I intentionally tried to love on it, and I did. I had 2 summers of loving on this tree and really got through it. But the fourth year, the love was missing. It was like, okay, now it's
Mm,
time to take action to do something else. It's totally
yeah,
different. So I
yeah,
mean, so there's all kinds of levels of joy and gratitude that you can play with in a
right,
situation. Yeah.
right. Well, I mean, I can think of things like that because I've shared before. I'm a very nostalgic person, and so it has been challenge. Like, I would have loved that tree until there was nothing left to love. Like, there was it would have been that kind of, because I have a hard time letting things go sometimes, and I think there's great joy sometimes in endings, which is actually, if you go back to season 1 of Project Joy, I had an episode about joy and endings. But the it can be hard to let things go and know when it's time for the next thing, like
Mhm.
to go to that next level. And that just because we say, okay, we're not going to take the energy to love on this tree anymore, that there's still joy in that.
Yeah. Well, let me just say this. The tree exists still. It's
Yeah.
in my neighbor's, it's in their yard, in their property. So we have just a little bit of the tree left of branches. They have the whole tree. It's still standing. So it's
Mm,
not gone. Just
yeah.
my little part that I don't have to clean up anymore. I still get to enjoy it. So I have the best of both worlds.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love, you get the joy of it, but you don't have to do the
Clean
work.
up.
I remember when I used to have uh a maid come to the house when we had the big house, and there was a lot to keep up, and we used to have somebody clean. I was like, there was that part of me that was, it's a little bit of a disruption because we work at home and homeschool, and we're real homebodies, so it's not like we leave and they come and clean and we come back and the house is all pretty. Like, we got to kind of move things around a little bit, so there's a little bit of that annoyance there, but I'm like, this is so nice, I don't have to do it.
Sure. Yeah, and and the gratitude part of this is this wonderful man. He's retired and he's in our community, and he just loves us,
Mm,
and he just offered to do this for us. And
mm,
he is such a love. He just there's so much gratitude in that also, to
yeah.
go with the whole, to put it all together.
Is there any gratitude that you can find? I'm curious, in the time that you spent trying to love that tree.
Oh, yes. Oh, a gratitude that
Yeah.
I shifted from just to, I spent 2 summers doing that. I'm like, wow,
Mm,
look what I did. I mean, it really wasn't bad
yeah.
when I intentionally said, okay, I'm gonna just love it. I called it a workout. I had my summer workout, doing the crab apples. So no, I really worked it. I did well.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Um, let's see. Angelique says, I am grateful and express gratitude for life, protection, and safety daily and throughout the day. Through the fiery trials, I focus on the blessing. Extremely hard these days. It's
Mhm.
not always easy, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
It's not always easy at all. Brittany said, we have a black walnut tree and I spend months picking up the walnuts, which can be so annoying, but the joy of watching all the squirrels come and eat the nuts is great. I love
It's
that.
true.
I love that. Sometimes well, y'all know I love squirrels because it's one of my spirit animals over
Isn't
here.
it? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I uh there was a meme that went around, and it said something to the effect of, um most people have ducks in a row, but I have squirrels and they're at a rave. That's that's what it is, because I'm so like, I've had a lot of people going, "Oh, you're so organized. You do everything like so, put everything together so nicely for the show." I am not an organized person. My desk, if you saw behind the camera, it's a hopeless mess. But I realized at some point, in order for me to be able to function as a business person, I had to teach myself how to be somewhat organized. So it's a learned, and it's hard work, and it's a daily choice to be organized. Even my husband, when he goes to make appointments, he'll always message me like, well, what's going on this day? I say, you have access to the same family calendar that I have. I
Mhm.
need you to look at it. I need you to look at the calendar. Okay. And he's like, but I don't know how to do that. I'm like, I can't do that part for you. You have to make the conscious choice to check the calendar. I can't make you do it.
Mhm.
So he's like, yes, you can. You need to do it for me. And I can't do that part. You got to choose to do it.
That's funny.
Mandy's joining us this morning. Grand Rising. It is good to see you. Susan said, thank you. You both just showed me a much better perspective on an issue I'm going through, shifting who I choose to ride with, losing friends that are nice people, but not safe to ride with. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's tough. That's tough to let people go, even if, nice people. It's like, it goes back to the video that I made, that I shared about boundaries. I will cheer for you from over here, but you can't come with me. You can't come with me on my party bus moving forward, because I can't welcome that into my space. But but there's joy in seeing you do your thing over
Mhm.
there, but you can't come with me. Is it hard for you to ever let things go, Sharon?
It used to be. I remember, so I've been a massage therapist for years, and I always had clients that were seasonal, and when they would leave for the summer, oh, that used to be so hard for me. That was really rough, but they taught me how to get better about that, because it was going to happen every year. So I really, that was a great gift for me. So I got
Mm,
used to knowing that they're going, because why not? They're leaving the hot, humid Florida weather and they're going into the Midwest where it's lovely. And
mm.
yeah, so I learned how to. That was my practice, how to work through that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I know in your book, Gratitude 365,
Mhm,
you have different activities that you
mhm.
encourage people to do to take action, to make gratitude an actionable thing. If someone woke up this morning that's watching the show or whenever they're watching the show and they're not feeling the gratitude, can you give them a couple examples really quickly on how things that they can physically do to maybe get in that vibe of gratitude?
What comes to my mind is first of all just feeling what you're grateful for. What you can be grateful for is that you woke up, that
Mm,
you've got a breath to take in, you've got eyes to see. When we look at those simple things, because usually I used to wake up, not even be present. I wasn't even awake. I wasn't noticing anything. So I would say, if you need something to be grateful for, one is, you woke up, you get to
yeah.
create this new day. You've got eyes to see and you've got breath.
Mm,
That's right there. Because really I went through for years, most of my life, not even seeing those three things.
yeah. Yeah.
Mhm,
That's it's such a great tip because I think gratitude and joy are similar in that we're waiting for this grandiose thing to happen in order to feel joy or be grateful. And it
mhm,
doesn't have to be that. We can
mhm,
simply wake up, take a breath, and go, wow, isn't it miraculous? Isn't it joyful? Can I be grateful for the fact that I can breathe?
mhm. Yes, and if we start small like that, then it just expands, because it doesn't have to be big at all.
Right.
Mhm,
Right. Brittany said, I too also have had some challenging times with a friend this week, and the joy in that it is making me realize my worth and showing up for myself. That's a really good thing too. Realizing sometimes we can be dependent on those outside sources, the outside validation, the relationships in order to make us happy or to make us feel a certain way. And the truth is that it's within us, right? It's
mhm.
something that we can tap into within ourselves. Okay, so Friday,
Yes.
and it's going to be amazing, and we're going to do a little. You remember the movie? Originally it was done with Jodie Foster back in the day, Freaky Friday.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember
Yeah,
that when they
I do.
switched places?
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah, yeah. I remember twins did something like that, but yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yes. So Freaky Friday, they switched places, and then Lindsay Lohan, I think, redid the movie. And then there's been other ones that are similar, but we're not actually going to switch bodies, Sharon and I, but we're going to switch places, and Sharon's going to be talking about joy, and I'm going to be talking about gratitude on Friday.
Yeah, and I was thinking, I encourage everyone, whoever is, really into the joy, to do the gratitude piece about a little, and anyone more into gratitude, go with the joy. So, like,
Mm,
I invite everybody to do this too,
yeah.
with us.
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. And also because it will be Fun Friday, if you go to projectjoylive.com, you will actually be able to pop on the show. If you want to pop on the show, you can, and you can be like, you can tell your gratitude or joy story, or you
Cool.
can swap places with us. We'll just see what happens. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. We're gonna take a quick break. Sharon, are you staying for birthdays today?
Absolutely.
All right. All right. We'll be right back after this, guys. Don't go anywhere. Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home. where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com. Welcome back to Project Joy Live. It is Wednesday, May 10th, 2023. I'm joined today by Sharon Saraga Walters, the Queen of Gratitude. And we've been having a lot of fun doing a little mashup of joy and gratitude. Sharon is going to be back on Friday, and we're going to do a little swap. And she'll be talking about joy, and I'll be talking about gratitude. So we're going to have some fun with that. In other news with fun things, for all of you who might be from the state of Washington, and a shout out to my oldest son, Clay, who's out there right now. It is National Washington Day today. So celebrating the state of Washington. So happy Washington Day to you. Do you know anybody that lives in Washington, Sharon?
I do not. Well, yes, I do. In Washington State?
Yes.
Lisa. I don't know her last name, but Lisa, from my friend Lisa. Mm-hmm.
Happy Washington Day, Lisa. I hope you have an amazing day today. I love these that each state apparently has a different national day, which is kind of cool because you can celebrate the different things that make your state great. And that's one of the things that I've always said that I love about the United States in general is there always seems to be those really specific things that each state is known for, and that's fun, like to think about those things. It is also, if you needed a nudge, it's also National Clean Up Your Room Day. I'm gonna take that nudge and I'm gonna clean up my desk today. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm inspired now looking around at this hopeless mess. So it's also for those of you who are school nurses, it is National School Nurse Day. Thank you for taking care of the babies when they can't be at home. I had some really cool school nurses throughout the years that I can think of. I can't remember their names right now, but they were appreciated at the time. Also, for those of you that are receptionists, it's National Receptionist Day. Thank you for the work that you do answering those phones and keeping things going in the front of the house. And I used to be a receptionist, so I can also feel your pain on some days as well. In the world of birthdays today, we have a few different birthdays going on. So Bono from U2 has a birthday today. Any U2 fans out there? Do you enjoy U2, Sharon?
I do. Yeah, I like all music, but yes, I know that music.
Yeah, my husband is a big U2 fan, So I'm sure he'll be celebrating today. Kenan Thompson, if you guys remember from back in Nickelodeon days, he was on All That among the Good Burger skit with Kel. And I think now he's doing Saturday Night Live. So Kenan Thompson, happy birthday to you. Punk singer Sid Vicious, he actually passed away in 1979. He had a birthday today. One of my favorite people from old musicals, Fred Astaire, had a birthday today. And also Matt Franco, who was an incredible magician that appeared on America's Got Talent. He's actually good friends with my cousin Jimmy, who is the magician at Mohegan Sun Casino, but he has a birthday today as well. And celebrities in my life, one of the fans of the Breakthrough Show Network, Chris Langenhusen. I always pray I say his name correctly, but Chris, happy birthday. And Nicole Meltzer, wishing you a happy birthday as well. With that, let's get our birthday song on. Sharon, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bono, Kenan Thompson, Sid Vicious, Fred Astaire, Matt Franco, Chris Langenhusen, and Nicole Meltzer. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating. And yes, there we go with Kenan Thompson. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? You guys remember that? I love it. Sharon, thank you so much again for being here with us today, and we will see you on Friday.
Thank you, Jessica.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. What really quick couple of reminders here, you guys, before I forget. If you didn't see last night's episode of Beyond 2D, make sure you check that out with Farhan and I. We talked about the definition of integrity as part of our 4-part series on integrity. You guys, it was so good. So good. So definitely go check that out. And next week, we're going to be, our next episode, we're going to be talking about authority in integrity, or a responsibility in it, which is going to be really good. Also coming up tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, a new episode of Divine DNA with the Jacksons is happening. So make sure you tune in for that. And before we have Sharon come on Friday, we have Tim Hodgkiss joining us tomorrow for an episode of Project Joy Live. He is an attorney, but you would never look at his social media and know that. He's super, super bubbly, super authentic, and really, really fun. So make sure you tune in for tomorrow's episode of Project Joy Live. Thank you all for watching wherever you're listening from in the world. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life and gratitude today and every day. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.